accepting the vibration of the new moon that is upon us. Feel the energy of the feminine moving in, through, and around us. And as you embrace this energy, know that our ancestors, our guides, guards, teachers, and the ancient ones are drawn near to us, lending their assistance and their unconditional love. And feel the healing power of the universe. Caress your body, individually as well as collectively. We spend this time together in oneness and harmony with the rhythm of the universe. We say Ashe,
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 Ashe-o.
Ashe-o.
That's all it is. All right. Our day is running a little bit late, so we're gonna have some entertainment while we're waiting. So go ahead to where we're at.
Repeat with me. I'm always in the right place at the right time.
I'm always in the right place at the right time.
My mind is universal refined.
My mind is universally refined.
This day is the opportunity to awaken.
This day is the opportunity to awaken.
This moment is the appreciation to realize.
This moment is the appreciation to realize
We are one with the Almighty Wise.
we are one with the Almighty Wise.
So let's work together in love.
So let's work together in love.
Or don't you want it to be?
Or don't you want it to be?
This day is the opportunity to awaken. And this moment is the appreciation to be alive. This moment is the depth of our unity. So let's work together in love. Or don't you want it to be? Let's give it a try because we're all one guys in one body. We're gonna fly high in spirit body. Shake like a dove. In our love. Don't you want it to be? You tell me. Or don't you want it to be? You and me. Or don't you want it to be? Only we. Or don't you want it to be? Cause maybe. Don't you want it to be? I am a child of the light. I serve the light. The light and fire of one being. I am protected and sustained and illumined by the light. is worth. You're the richest of the earth. No more spiritual dirt. This feels real good. A meditation situation, activation. Bells will ring. Angels sing. Oh, there's the ring. What am I seeing? It's a perfect being. It's no fuss. It's just us. Wow, is that how it's been? It's now beyond time, beyond space, beyond the face of the human race. I am a child of the light. Help me with this song. Come on. I serve the light. The light and I are of one being. I am protected and sustained and illumined by the light. I am a child of the light. I serve the light. I am protected and sustained and illumined by the light. The light and I are of one being. Your presence, your beautiful, wonderful presence. Your presence, your presence, your beautiful, wonderful presence. Let me shed a circle of tarot. Let me shed a circle of tarot. We don't have much time to find a wise rhyme. In your ears, something so fine. Our lives are being videoed every second. Brief, and so I beckon you. Do the right thing, sing true. So what is the right thing to do? It's clear, it's love. Ooh, you, the within thing to do. Love and respect yourself too well. From above to direct for your help. Catch it, smash it, snatch it, attach it to your memory. See, your story got loves all through you. You're destined to learn that love is true. Working in you, you know it's true. Your wonderful presence, your beautiful, wonderful presence. All there is your presence. All there is your peace. All there is your love. All there is your peace. This jam message to you. This jam message to you. This jam message to you. This jam. This jam message to you. Thanks. I mean, okay, there's a few sparks. There's a few sparks that are flickering because why? Because who we are. No, I am just manifesting the energy of you today. I'm just channeling your energy. We are so blessed, relieving stress, surfing the crest, be abreast. It's love to the rescue with remedies to heal, reveal, unseal All of you, whole you, ancient you, soul you. Oh my goddess, thank you for your sweet being this day. At every second, I reckon you are attentive, so tenderly caring, sharing, giving, living, true love, strong love, like a dove. You lift our consciousness in unicity with the whole of our soul to remember the summer of our incarnations of fulfillment, of joy, deliverance from distraction and negative reactions. Here in this place of grace, the sensation of your situation, your face, I see on every face a smile, leaving a trace of love, child vibrations, uplifting heart chakras, electrifying magnetic currents all through the community, which is you, witnessing, which is true, this revelation. Just let go the luggage and the stuff of memories and pain and shame and loss and fame and gain, and hold and embrace the true you, the here and now, what time, how, enlightenment is now. Just relax, remove the doubts. You paid your tax. Your karma, no doubt, has returned to you in this beautiful space of love renew. Fear, say, get out of here. Get back, fear. Get back, fear. All right, I'm just feeling so beautiful this morning. Um, you know, brother, what's your birthday?
March 14th.
Another 14.
Wow. It's a beautiful thing, man. Wow. So you're soaring. And here's the thing, my brother. It's that your sensitivity, being raised, being such a sensitive man, so receptive, is not the cool thing in this environment of macho, be tough and bluff and front that you so strong and so tough. But listen, man, the true strength is your sensitivity. The true power is your love, your compassion, and your strength is controlling your thoughts and moving your energy at will. So we got this next birthday is going to be the most powerful birthday you had in your life coming up as Jupiter lights up your sun from Virgo. This autumn, when the sun goes into Virgo, you're going to start feeling really, really good because you're moving into a spiritual initiation. And it's the practical application of your visions. You're full of visions and dreams, but to bring them down to earth, to put it in a viable expression. This make any sense what I'm saying to you? Okay, good, good, good. Yeah, Pisces is one of my most favorite signs because they're already connected with all the pieces of the whole. And the Asar, the circle of the all-seeing eye, of course, is every zodiac sign, which is our whole self, and we have to be each sign as it expresses itself at any time to be whole. So one sign is only 1/12 of the conscience of reality, and the signs that we don't like is a part of ourselves that we're telling to take a hike. So every sign is a beautiful sign. And I'm so thankful that something beautiful is happening. People saying that they're feeling a shift in the energy. And it's really a beautiful time of manifestation.
or manifestation instead of manifestation woman instead of romantic what? Romanic. And why do we say that? Because we lost a balance in life. You know, we lost our balance as human beings, being programmed by the system of extreme testosterone, egotistical limitations, and selfishness. And so, as Neptune is in Pisces, its ruling sign now, we're becoming aware of the power of the goddess. Blessings. Yes. And brother, so I'm proud of you, Mr. Pisces. You got an advantage. All you got to do is hold your attention on your spiritual gifts and your receptivity. You got to give it attention. And I know for all of us, survival is a big thing in the city, making bucks to make a living. However, that's one of the big distractions because the very thing, it's like, oh, snap, did we synchronize? But you know, we don't want to let the lesser priorities become the focus point of most of our attention, that we neglect the higher priorities up on the list, because actually, who knows that your spiritual connectivity actually can enhance greatly your ability to produce green energy or finances for survival. That's what goddesses do. Create. So this new moon that we're in today, the exact new moon will occur about 12:13 a.m. this morning, but we're feeling it now. And as we go closer to the evening, it will be more potent. This new moon of the sun and the moon in Taurus, the end of Taurus at 28 degrees, is amazing for manifesting, materializing our visions, our intentions. So whatever we're doing today and whatever we're doing this evening will set the pace for the whole monthly cycle. Whatever we're focused on. Now, Taurus, on its more fleshly energy, is fulfillment of sensation and desire, and you know, surrounding yourself with beautiful material things. And so Taurus, without its spirituality, can be very material. And in some ways very selfish and stubborn. But on its high level, the single eyesight is the bull, the third eye. And we were talking the other day about some big mushrooms in here this morning, right? We were talking about the mushrooms. And I was telling them, where I'm from in Florida, you know, the mushrooms grow where the cows are, and the cow dung, right? The psychedelic mushroom. I wish I could get a hold of some and go to the ocean and do some mushrooms and just sit there, because God gave us those for, you know, and they were part of what was used in the ancient mystery, you know. But I might be manifesting it as I speak. Hallelujah. Okay, I thought I said, you know, so. These cows, you know, everybody get to the, you know, see cows out in the field, you know, and oftentimes they're sitting in meditation, like in a trance. They're actually transcending their bodies. And, you know, when you're feeling real good, you know, when the body's feeling real good, what do? We just go, it's like a cow, it's like, it's like, oh, you know. And so we have the ability to enter into this. And as I got some information a few years ago that really was helpful to me, and I forget the little book, it's about true prayer. And the guy's talking about the way to truly pray. And he's saying that, you know, our praying, how we've been taught to pray for things, to ask for things, we're stuck, in that modality, and that actually, most of that is a bunch of doubts. We're saying, repeating the same thing over because we don't really believe it, but we're trying to. But he was saying the true prayer is conjuring up and experiencing the emotions, the feelings, as though the event has already happened. And he explained, he learned this from a Native American, and we went to the Native American chief, and he was saying, okay, we're going to have a ceremony for rain because we need rain. And he was like, okay, well, let's pray. And the Native American chief told him and said, no, if you want rain, begin to feel the hairs, begin to hear frogs singing, because where there's frogs, there's rain. Begin to smell the fresh ions. So as we take this deeper into our life, what I found out that the most powerful experience to conjure up for sacred sorcery to create with is what? The feeling of the being of love. There's nothing more powerful than love. So if we can't conjure it up in the moment, that feeling of love, go back to memory of experience in our life where we were elevated, that we were elated and jubilant with love and relaxed and joy. So go back, recall that experience, get there. That's where we create in, and that's where we visualize. And okay, so he was saying that once you get to this place and you are experiencing this, give thanks, because gratitude is love. To be grateful, you have to be loving. So get to this point of being grateful for the experience that has already occurred. That's interesting, isn't it? So back to the Pisces again, emotion, energy, motion, wave particles. Okay, so everything is waves and particles flowing through us. It's all energy, a galactic Amen. Okay, so these wave particles is what shapes and moves and ebbs and flows from manifestation and dematerialization. Every day cells are dying. Every day cells are being reborn. That's the process on the material plane, right? But behind all of the ebbing and flowing is the true, impeccable you. Beyond name, beyond form, beyond space, beyond time. We have to begin to identify our true identity as something that cannot be talked about too much because it's beyond words, that cannot be thought about too much because it's beyond articulation and left brain plane limitations. But as the masters and masterettes say in the East, you can only point to the way. It's an experience. So this Taurus, this bull, this single eyesight, this moon, this water, this sun, this light particles is all joining together today. And our ability to focus here, still ourselves like a bull, to still the body, let go, relax, draw the sensory current out of the body, and now enter into gratitude for what we're manifesting. Now, is what we're focused on manifesting in harmony with the universe, and does it benefit everyone? Is always a good question to ask. And what I wish for you, would I put myself in the place and be the recipient of it? Clears you, because in Lakesh, I'm another yourself. So let's use this new beginning to practice our art, our sacred art, the highest art, sacred sorcery, alchemy. What's some more names for it? Witchcraft, voodoo. Okay. Yes. And experiment with this. See what happens. And the more attention you give to it, the more you get, and then your faith grows and you want to do it more. And then it's like more and more, we every day during the moments we begin to move energy, moving energy, sending thoughts and energy to others. You know, oh God, this guy is sending me vibrations, negative vibrations. Oh, that's okay. Let him be uplifted. Let his heart chakra be open. Let his eyes find his true self. Boom, the negative vibrations are instantly neutralized. And then he begins to shift from his position, like, oh, what's happening? You know, I'm starting to feel we are the power and it's our hour. We have to rise beyond the mainstream ad norm, beyond the mainstream illusion dream, beyond the you get 'em, period, beyond the doubts and the pouts and can't figure it out. We've been trained to strengthen this mind, this intellect, and the intellect always want to figure things out first. Let go of that attachment to figuring things out. Gotta let it go. Exactly. Right. Gotta let it go. And because actually the Pisces, I see some Pisces energy. I see some, what was that about, brother? what was that about? Come on, sir. She's Pisces too? Okay. Same birthday.
14?
Okay.
Well, it's 14s up in here. You got 14 here, 14 there.
To the back.
Wow.
We have the same birthday and they have the same birthday.
What?
My great grandmother is born on the 14th.
26.
That's my mother's That's my mom's birthday.
Your mom's birthday.
That's what I always say. We always find out our connections.
Yes.
You know, like they have the same birthday.
Yes.
One time I had a student there, mother's name was my mother's middle name. You know, we always have connections.
Exactly. Which is the teachings of ancient Kemetic. Ancient Kemetic says that when we all come together, our signs and our numbers, our vibrations and frequencies fit together perfect. It's like we're all in our space subtle ship. And when we come together collectively, we dovetail for the purpose of the moment. That's why our heritage, we're tribal people. In the village, everybody knows everybody. Everybody knows everybody's job from a child. They're brought up in their mission, and you can't hide your thoughts from anybody in the village.
You can't. That's what I said. I see you.
And yeah, all emotions are revealed because they are open and have become one. And that's really who we are in our essential. And I'm saying, I asked the author of the Metanetter, who came in the other few weeks ago and did his book signing. I asked him, I said, sir, well, when you start to meditate, and then when you get to the point where you begin to experience asar, oneness, how does one differentiate when you begin to merge with others and begin to, experience yourself and others? How do you work that experience out in relationship to everyday life? That was my question. That was a pretty heavy question to ask, but his answer was not direct, but but that's the road we all headed on.
Don't work it out. You're at the oneness with them.
Yes.
And you. So it's
Nothing else to be worked out.
Right. There's nothing to work out. That was a good question, but it was a very human
Yes.
question.
Exactly.
There's nothing to work out. You
Right.
just flow with it.
Okay.
Things come, things go. It works.
Yes.
It is. It
Yes,
is ISIS. It is.
ISIS. Whoa, that's a nice one. Wow.
They're playing with ISIS. They created all that stuff.
Right. Yeah. They always want
They
to
always wanted to
take the goddess and dump some doo-doo on the goddess. That's been from day one. Let's.
Because you got to keep you paralyzed. Got to keep
Right.
you thinking less than.
Exactly.
Because if we rise up, mighty people,
Right.
you got to keep you thinking less than, that you can't do it, you're nothing, you don't have any power, block the sun for you, GMO your food, all of that stuff. It's just for you. Just for you. That's power. I mean, you're powerful people. But as long as you don't think it or know it, and you still running around here lying and stealing and all of that, it keeps you inadequate. That's why I tell everybody, just tell the truth. Just tell the truth. Yeah, I flubbed up. Like I said, I'm still human. You just
Yes.
don't want people to see us, but they gotta see you. That's the only way we can heal. If you hiding from me and I'm trying to heal you, you can't do it.
What they be hiding for themselves.
Same thing. Ain't no difference, because you is me.
Yeah, oneness.
So you hiding from you hiding from me. We can't heal. And that's the only way we can heal and grow. Wow.
That word inadequate just popped into my sensor. That word is like you come in and you add to quitting. You're adding to quitting. Negative thinking, hoodwinking, sinking. But here's the thing. Martin Luther King said some words, and I say this a lot, but I can't stop. When I went to the Lorraine Motel, and it had on this sign Martin Luther King's words, and he said, "There is no power greater than love that's able to change an enemy to an ally," right? Okay, so I'm looking at what that really means and the different ways that it means things. But those who are intending to harm us, right? It's the energy. We're energy beings. It's the energy that we change into our ally. Okay, in practical language. Somebody throw lemons at us, we make lemonade, right? Somebody throw dung at us, we fertilize some food with it and grow some ital food, grow some mushrooms. But the mind is the builder. As a child of the Creator, we get to choose how we respond, and how we respond to anything that happens actually dictates the manifestation of what comes out of that. So if we're determined to respond with thoughts no matter what happens, this is a great thing that's happening. Only great things can come out of that. How simple does that sound? Practice it though. Only great things can come out of anything. Okay, let's get extreme here. Let's get extreme. I had an elder, the guy who brought me into the teachings of ancient Memphite theology. I don't know what happened to Brother Cayce in Tucson, Arizona. He got mad at me for something. And I come to his house to pick up some mail. And he was like, where you been? What happened? He went off. And then I was walking out the door with my partner, and he grabs me by the locks and pulls me back into the house by the locks. And I go back there and I turn around. What's going on? Boom, pops me. No, he's from behind. He comes from behind and boom, pops me right there, hits me, you know. It seemed like something bad is happening. Huh? He missed me.
His friendship is lovely.
Okay. So I was like, man, what are you doing? So I got a coffee table that I got on the other side. He's my elder, right? Got on the other side. I said, what's going on? And he was like coming after me, you. And so I went around the coffee table, got to the door, and then went out the door. And then I was going down the park to go down the steps, and I turned around and I said, I still love you. And he went, love me. And then he came charging at me. He came charging at me. So I went down the steps, and then he came to try to get me, but of course I was faster, so I dodged and everything. He said, what happened? You did this. You disrespected your elders. You did this. Well, I didn't know. I apologize if I did that, but whatever. What I'm trying to say to you is that I got hit in the face, and it was like water just bounced off. But there was a lesson there, and there was people out of the neighborhood watching. One more situation was even more remarkable. I was in Northern California, came from Northern California to Charlotte, South Carolina. There's a slave town in the ocean there, the old port for slaves. Charleston. So the people that I just spontaneously met, I'm hitchhiking with my backpack on, and they said, okay, you can stay with me. Oh, I want to go to the beach. I'm used to seeing the sun on the sunset. Okay, but don't stay on the beach after dark. Them people are racist there. Said, okay. So went over to the beach, found a little beach there. I'm sitting and meditating in the sand. You know, the sun is setting, but it hadn't set. I'm sitting and meditating and feeling real good. And all of a sudden, I feel someone in my peripheral vision, and I could see that there was a mother, white woman, and her little son. Son picks up a rock, throws the rock over, hits me in the temple while I'm meditating. Boom! Yeah. And to my surprise, I kept meditating. So I meditated and was feeling for the experience. What's going to happen here? I just got hit with a rock. You know, blood going to come down or what? It's like, okay. And so about 1001, maybe 7 seconds passed, or not 10 seconds. And then I turned and looked at him. Of course, that look scared them out of their wits. This guy just got hit, and his response was that slow, right? So they left in a hurry, like something's not right here. So I got my backpack on. The sun was coming to a set, and dusk. And I said, okay, it's time to leave. So I put my backpack on. I was walked the block, and then you turn, and then there's the bridge to go over. And I was walking to go to the bridge. I looked, and there was a whole gang of white guys coming at me, young guys, right? And so this is no bragging that I'm somebody great or something. I'm talking about you, who you are. I'm just exemplifying who you are and what we must do. So the guys were coming at me, and so I breathe. First thing you always do in emergency crisis, take your deep breath so you can be relaxed and so you can get your information. But if you let your breath be snatched out of you, your thoughts are going to be all kind of crazy, fears, and everything going to come. So the first thing you do, you take your deep breath. So something says, put your backpack down. I leaned it against, they had these cement street light poles down there in the south. So I leaned my backpack on there and I stood in that face, and they're walking toward me on the other side of the street. And something said, do this. And I made a circle like this. I made a circle. And out of that circle was like energy. Do you know that they stopped? They picked up rocks and they started throwing rocks across the street at me. And the rocks were coming on the side and the side. And I stood up there calmly looking at them. And then they said something to each other and they turned and they walked away. Okay, spiritual feng shui. So this is what we are becoming more aware of now, that our enemies, those who appear to be our enemies, are really our teachers to catapult us into using our power and learning how wonderful and great we are. Have I said enough?
Yeah, you know, because we really do need to know that. Because when you're in the midst of something that's happening to you, you know, you can panic and you don't think about the breathing because it's such a simple thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Even our TV, everything shows us that you should run, you should panic, or those are the things that the normal reaction, but to just stop.
Right.
And breathe. Who says that?
Right.
You know, but you have to get yourself in a place where that is where you're coming from.
Right.
To experience it, because then you'll know. This is what a chef is always asking for. I need to know. I want to see it. I want to do it. I'll do it because he wants to have the experience.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. When you're put in those positions and just breathe.
Right.
Prove it to yourself, because that is who you are. You are that divine person. That's why they show you it's always one of you and 10 of them.
Right.
Always.
Ooh.
Always. I don't care what movie you look at.
Right.
You'll see one black person. I can't think of on that black guy because the fear just by you walking now. If we as a group of people, when we see white folks, start looking them in the eye. Just look them in the eye. Don't turn your head. Look right in their eye. Watch them drop their head. I tell you, it is amazing. Because what you're starting to do, if we do it collectively, just one-on-one, whenever you see it, just look at it. Just look at it. It will make them shudder. And what they'll start feeling is the power of who we are as a dynamic people. What we will start feeling is one another's dynamicness. Because we do that anyway, and I don't think that we are consciously aware, we're subconsciously aware of it. Have you ever been in your car and you pass somebody at the bus stop? What do? They look at you. Like, do they know you? And I'm saying to myself, I don't know nobody at the bus stop. I'm my friends drive. You know? But
Might see me.
but what I'm saying is it is the connectiveness of us
Yes.
that we're looking for to see. Do I know you? Do you know me? You know
Right.
what I mean? And we're still doing it to this day. We're still looking, trying to find that connection.
Mm-hmm.
I say we start doing it with one another. You see somebody walk down the street, speak to them. Say, hello, how you doing? Your people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? White folks look in the eye.
Oh, don't speak, just look at it.
No, don't speak to them. Do not speak to them. Just look them in the eye. You remember when you were a little boy and you did something bad and your mother didn't forget you? You gotta behave. Because what we're really doing is teaching them their humanity. See, those are our children. And we let them go. We let them get wild and crazy. So now, Mommy got to look at them, put the eye on them, and let them start knowing we are awake. We're no longer minors. We're taking back our authority and our position. And we're going to do it in a loving way. We're not going to use their bullets, their guns, their hate, or anything. We're going to use mommy love. You know, just love them where they are, because they have to know this. I mean, anytime when you look at a group of people who are altering your food, they will even do harm to you.
ourselves as well.
That, yeah, because that's how disjointed the mind or the thinking is. You know what I'm saying? That will kill somebody to harvest your organs, but we can't kill them and harvest their organs because their organs ain't no good.
That's right.
Why is that?
Lack of knowledge.
People don't want to talk about this, but they are genetically deficient. They are not like you. But if I can make you think that you're like me, then you'll accept me. Then I'm easier to get my hands on you and to hurt you because you'll start believing my thought when you really should be believing the other person's thought. Everything that they've done is a turnaround. Everything they've done is a turnaround. If they tell you that ISIS is your enemy, ISIS is not your enemy.
That's right.
They told you coffee wasn't good for you, now they're telling you coffee good for you. They were telling you yogurt wasn't good for you, now yogurt's good for you again. Either it is or it ain't. You know what I'm saying? And we need to start asking the right questions. Why are certain bills being passed? Who's supposed to run the government? We the people. Who's running the government? And how did it get that way? Because we let them do it.
We didn't stop.
We let it do it. So now we have to reverse that. And we have to reverse it one by one.
Right.
That's us looking them in the eye
Every day.
and seeing who they are. That is not a human that you're looking at. It is a kind of a man. And that's not to say to hate them or to be negative to them or bad to them. It's to know who you are dealing with. Because when you know who and what you're dealing with, you can handle the situation. But if I'm looking at that person as being a human like me, it ain't gonna work. It is not going to work. And that is our challenge. When they came over and we looked down at them and said, you know what, they're not gonna make it through the winter. Siobhan, go down there and show them how to catch that turkey and cook it. True, go down there and show them how to bury their food in the high dirt so that they'll have it in the springtime. Go down there and show them how to kill only one buffalo and preserve the meat in the salt. And we did that. They called it Thanksgiving. And they were wonderful and grateful. And then what did they do? Gave you chicken pox in the blankets because they wanted your land.
Yeah, that's right. That's what it's here.
Somebody to do it. They wanted your land
And your result.
and your resources, and they have continued to do it, and they continue to do it to this day. Iraq, Iran,
Everybody,
Sudan.
there are people that have color in the skin.
all of them. And we have to start seeing this and saying, okay, we know that we can't fight the war because first they'll do something on the economics. If they can't, once that doesn't work, then they'll kill off the president and put somebody in that they can control. And they've done it all over the world in all of these so-called wars that we have. And when that doesn't work, they bring in the military.
That's right.
You're right.
So once we start filling out their pattern, you say to yourself, what can I do as just a one person? You know, I'm just one person. What can I do? When I see them, I let them know that I see them. You're no longer hiding from me. When you see their little children, they want you to love their children. Oh, you're so cute. They want you to love their little baby, but then they'll kill you.
You sure will.
They sure will.
And will not bat an eye. Because they say, kill it before it grows or either convert it to our way of thinking. So we have to understand what it is, who we are as that divine people. Because we are. And start understanding, taking our authority and our rightful place and not being fearful. Fear is your enemy. That's the only enemy we have is the fear. The fear of not knowing, of allowing them to continue on this rampage because they will kill the earth. They will kill mother. And you know how you know that you are the human? Because your hair naturally curls. You're the only beings on this earth whose hair naturally curls just like a flower, just like a cosmos, like a pine cone. the porcupine needles on the porcupine.
Sacred geometry.
They talk about all of that, but they will never mention your hair.
Yeah,
They will
yeah,
never, ever mention your hair when they're talking about that curl. They'll make you feel bad.
Yep.
Feel proud of your hair. And the kinkier it is, the better it is. The more receptivity. And we have to understand, how do I use this apparatus? How does my skin transmit the energy? How does my first eye, not your third, your first organ, how do I decalcify it? How do I make all of this work for me as a divine person that I am? I am that which I am. And to the degree that you understand that statement, is to the degree that you're powerful, that you're strong. That's the only thing we teach up here at the ISE, is for your divinity to shine through. Because when you're strong, then we are all strong. We can hold up the structure. Just one person having it, it doesn't work. It does not work. We all have to understand. And each one does have to teach one. Each one has to give the information to another, and not let that other go out until they're ready to go out and spread, so that they can give good, solid information. Can't go half-cocked. I know we're all excited and we want to do it, and that's okay. But remember, when you go half-cocked, that half-cocked gonna come back and you're going to have to deal with it. Some way, somehow. I'm all right.
Okay, so I am that I am. 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 Come on, help me out. I am that I am. 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 To properly fall in love, love must rise in you. To possibly love enough, love is never through. To find someone to love, this is what you do. You go downtown and you shop around until you begin to love you. I am that I am. 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 Is love truly never having to say you're sorry? For the one that truly loves, he or she can never lose. And to never say you're sorry is to refuse love's voice to choose. I am that I am. 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 A blind man said, I see love. A wine man said, I'll drink to that. A kind man said, you better live to love. For this is where it's at. A little girl said, Mommy, I love you. A philosopher said, love is the main issue. A teenager shouted, now I know what love is all about. An older man pouted, love for me is all washed up and hanging out. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. can you please go get the door? Someone is trying to get in, so there'll be more. I am that I am. 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 I'm somebody great, I won't be late. I must enter the sacred gate. All the things that I've come to do, I must make come to pass and true. I am that I am. 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 Love can't be refused, it will always be received. In the seed of now or the growing fruit of later. I am that I am. 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 So remember to properly fall in love. Love must rise in you to possibly love enough. Love is never through. To find someone to love, this is what you do. You go downtown and you shop around until you begin to love you. And remember, I am that I am. 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 Ashe? 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 Oh. Somebody talk to me. Blessings, 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 blessings. Jewel is in the house. Blessings. You know, living in the moment is so important. Martin Luther King also said that it is not the destination, it is the journey that's the important thing. And I'm beginning to realize more and more of being in the moment, no matter what the moment is. Being in the moment and being present in the moment is so important. Eternal now. The I am that. Presence. We're about ready to spend this and end this, or? Yes. Okay.
We have our silent retreat next weekend. And anybody who wants to go, it's $125. And you know, a lot of times when we talk about the silent retreat, people say, oh, you're going to be silence. But the only way you're going to get to the creator or to source is to go into the silence. Meditation is one. We talk far, far too much. And just to be quiet and to hear what the universe has to say, because the bush is still burning. It never went out, and it's waiting for us to see it. But if we're being distracted, as you say, with the jobs, going here and fro, trying to find a man, trying to find a woman, you know, all low-natured things, then we don't hear what the Creator is trying to say to us. And we need to start listening. So spending time, you know, with like-minded people in the quiet. We have some heart touch therapy will be there, some yoga. but it'll be done all in quiet. When you get there, you'll get a little bag. There's a lot of little goodies in it. I'm not gonna tell you what's gonna be. There's a lot of good things to surprise you. Where you don't have to communicate with people, but you can't use your words. So that's gonna be the fun part. So that's gonna be next weekend, so we won't have service here on Sunday. We'll be leaving there at 11 o'clock to come back here because that's when our checkout time is. We'll be meeting here on Friday at 3 p.m. for anybody who needs a ride. We have like 4 cars that are gonna be going down, so you can hop a ride with somebody. What else is going on? We have meditation, 12 noon, Tuesday through Fridays, right here at ISE. What else is showing?
We're gonna have a June 7th, after a service around 2 p.m., we're gonna have a IMIT meeting in a few months, so we're gonna, come together, see where we are, see where we're going, and collaborate our interests for IMIT. Also, it isn't confirmed, but probably on the 12th, we're gonna do a soap making workshop. We did a jewelry making workshop last few weeks ago for Mother's Day, and it was quite successful. And one of the young ladies that was there, she actually makes hand-made soap and variety products. So our next workshop would be a workshop where you come actually learn how to make handmade all natural soap, and something that you can add to your toolbox towards any of yourself. And with that, I do have some pieces myself since I'm incorporating now, handmade crafts. So I have a couple of range of things that have for available, if you met positions requiring more to your toolbox for healing purposes. If you're interested, see me out in service. That's all I have.
Our metaphysical classes will start September 8th for one-on-one. And that's a 16 weeks, 3-year commitment to work on your soul's development. It's a lot of fun, but it's also a lot of work. Ain't that right, True? And now I'd like to ask that you give to the Institute of Sacred Evolution without doing hurt or harm to yourself. But pinch yourself hard.
Oh, snap. There's a beautiful man walking in here. All right. So bless you, bless you, bless you. Good to see you.